Welcome to this instructional video on how to transfer your annual CPD summary information from HeartOne to the RACP site. Many members have asked whether it is possible to record their CPD activity in HeartOne as they undertake their learning activities and later transfer the summary of their annual CPD activity to the RACP site. This video shows you how to do this, with the minimal need for data entry and without having to log your CPD activities twice. We must all remember that it is important to keep records of all CPD activities undertaken during the year, as both the RACP and the medical registration authorities can request audit of CPD activities. Fortunately, HeartOne provides facility for you to keep documentary record of your CPD activity, which can easily be retrieved in event of audit. It is also important to remember that we must all satisfy the requirements of CPD each year, including the appropriate mix of individual and group learning activities, and where appropriate, clinical audit and quality control activities. All of these can be undertaken through HeartOne, and your CPD activity in each area recorded for subsequent end-of-year transfer to the RACP site, and then reporting to the medical registration authorities. Now, let's get started. Our first step is to prepare the summary of our CPD activities for the year in HeartOne. Let's go to our home page in HeartOne and review our CPD activities for the year. First, we check that we have completed all the necessary activities in HeartOne and that we have the required number of activities recorded to satisfy our annual assessment, as determined by the medical registration authorities. Now, we go to our CPD diary, which we can do either from the home page or from the menu tab at the top of the screen. You will be familiar with the diary page, as this is where you have entered your activities throughout the year. If there are additional activities you now wish to record, now is the time to do it, through the Record New Activity tab. Don't forget to upload supporting documentation, which will be kept in your personal portfolio for future reference should you need it for audit and support purposes. Be careful to check that you have all your CPD activity recorded, as now we're ready to generate our annual report. Generating your CPD report in HeartOne is easy, and the first step is to click on the CPD Report tab. Here we have the summary of all your annual CPD reports, including that for the current year. To produce your report for the current year, simply click on the file record as shown. This report is in easily transportable PDF file format, which will either open automatically in your browser or download and be available to be opened in the normal fashion. Please check the report carefully and remember that you can always go back to your CPD diary and add or correct activities if required. Now save this copy of your CPD report to a convenient place, as you will need to retrieve this file for upload to the RACP site. Now it's time to go to the RACP MyCPD site, with which you will be familiar, and to upload the records from HeartOne. Here is the diary entry page for the RACP site, and you will remember using this previously, where there are multiple categories for entry of CPD activities. You are free to select whichever categories best describe your CPD activities during the year. For this exercise, we're going to use Category 2, Group Learning Activities, and Category 6, Other Learning Activities. Note that the maximum credits allowable for each of these categories is 50 credits each. Let's select Category 2 for our first upload. We click the tab number 2 to add an activity. Now let's give the activity a title, which could be HeartOne CPD or any other title which you feel was appropriate, remembering that Category 2 is about group learning activities. And select Other Group Learning Activities. Then we need to add a note addressing the file we're going to upload, which describes our HeartOne activities. Now we can upload our HeartOne CPD report file by clicking on the Choose File button. And we select our PDF report from our directory. And we confirm that the file has been uploaded to the RACP records. Now we have to record how many credit points we wish to claim for this activity, with the maximum being 50 credit points. We also have to record the start and end dates of the CPD activity. If you have participated in HeartOne for the full year, simply enter a start date of 1st of January and an end date of 31st December. If you have only participated in HeartOne for part of the year, simply enter the date on which you commenced participation in HeartOne as the start date and 31st December as the end date. You may wish to include a reflective or educational comment before completing this section. Now complete this section by clicking the Saved Activity button. You will now return to the CPD summary page, which should show the points you have recorded just now. Please check that the point record is correct. And now it's time to record the remainder of our activity for the year, remembering that we need 100 points within the RACP program. To do this, we simply repeat the recent steps from recording a new activity, and we select the Add Activity tab. As previously, we select an activity title, which can again refer to the HeartOne activities, but can be any title you think appropriate. This time we're going to use the Category 6 Other Learning Activities and select the subcategory Other. As before, we make a note addressing the uploaded HeartOne file. And we again choose the uploaded HeartOne file as the supporting documentation. Select how many credit points you wish to claim, remembering the maximum is 50 points for Category 6. Once again, enter the start date and the end date for your CPD activities, most usually 1st of January and 31st December for the reporting year. Now it's time to check your CPD summary and ensure that you have the correct number of points in each category and that you have achieved the requisite total points to satisfy registration requirements for the year. When you are satisfied that the diary entries are complete, it is time to finalize and submit your report. Simply click the Finalize and Submit button and your CPD reporting is now complete. The RACP will have your records and HeartOne report for submission to the medical registration authorities, and all your supporting documentation is kept in your personal portfolio in HeartOne. Now you are ready for the next year's activities. We hope you will enjoy using HeartOne again during the coming year.